Good morning, Western Washington, and happy Tuesday. I'm Matthew Fab with Western Washington Weather, and today we're going to take a look at the forecast for the rest of this week, which has a lot of systems moving through, lots of rain and mountain snow, and even some gusty winds as well. And we'll also take a brief look at the forecast for cloud cover during the total lunar eclipse. So starting here with the satellite imagery, you can see our next system moving into the area. You can see you got these clouds offshore moving into western Washington and most of the Pacific Northwest. Taking a look at the radar this morning, you could see some showers starting to move onto the central coast already. We'll have more rain through the day here. Again, total lunar eclipse March 13th to 14th, so Thursday into Friday. Peak eclipse right about midnight here Pacific time. So we'll take a look at the cloud cover forecast here later in the video. Taking a look at the European model, we're looking at the simulated precipitation here. You can see as we go into this evening that rain spreads into the lowlands with rain at times through Wednesday there. It's starting to turn showery as we get into Thursday morning. You can see mountain snow also turn showery. And as we get into Thursday night, see how we have this break in the precipitation? This could allow for some small areas of western Washington to potentially be able to see that total lunar eclipse. But we're going to have to watch that very closely. Our next system is right on its heels. They're moving in as we get into Friday evening, so that break doesn't last long, bringing more heavy, or not heavy, but some areas of rain and mountain snow. However, the main weather maker is going to be this weekend. You can see this intensifying low-pressure system that moves into Vancouver Island, bringing very heavy rain, mountain snow, basically a mini atmospheric river type situation here, bringing some really heavy rain and heavy mountain snow into the area, especially on Sunday. You can see that continues into Sunday evening into Monday before it turns showery across western Washington as that sags south across Oregon. We'll have some gusty winds in this time as well, and more systems after that as well. So taking a look here, this is the European model 24-hour precipitation total. So this is kind of just a running total for a 24-hour period. You can see as we go through into Wednesday morning, you can see about a quarter inch in the last 24 hours. That increases there as we go into Wednesday. You can see about a half inch over 24 hours for parts of Wednesday evening there across parts of western Washington, up to an inch in 24 hours on the coast. Now as we go into Thursday, you can see how that precipitation decreases, turns a little bit more showery. We just have some areas of heavier rain across the region. But then take a look as we go into Friday. That next system kind of moves in, not too much in the way of wind, but wind and rain. But take a look here as we go into Saturday. This heavier rain and mountain snow moves in. Look at this. We're looking at an inch to 2 inches in 24 hours on the coast as we go into Sunday morning. And take a look at the lowlands as we go into Sunday midday there. Over an inch in 24 hours, some areas an inch and a half in 24 hours, and that just continues as we go into Sunday evening. And then now let's take a look here at total snow in 24 hours. So you can see this next system here, Tuesday into Wednesday, bringing about 3 to 6 inches of snow to the passes. So somewhat impactful, but nothing too abnormal for this time of year. However, as we go into Thursday, some of those showers could bring totals up to 5 to 6 inches. And then as we go into you see some of those showers continue there Thursday into Friday. We get a little bit more snow with that system on Friday, but then take a look at the Saturday, Sunday system. Just really big amounts of mountain snow. You're looking at 10 to 15 inches in 24 hours for some of the passes, so there's going to be some impacts with this one. We're likely going to have some closures and at least some travel delays, but closures seem likely when you're looking at totals of 12 to 20 inches possibly in 24 hours across the passes. Of course, this will depend on temperature a little bit, so we'll get that forecast nailed down a little bit more as we go. And taking a look here, just want to mention this, Thursday afternoon, we do have a slight chance of thunderstorms across most of western Washington. This shouldn't be too impactful, but just something to note with some of those stronger showers moving through the area Thursday afternoon. And then that system that moves up into Vancouver Island there on Saturday and Sunday will bring some gusty winds to western Washington on Sunday. We're looking at gusts of 40 to 45 miles per hour across the area, with some areas around Everett, maybe around Olympia, and then Whidbey Island north toward Bellingham and the Strait and the San Juans, and of course on the coast gusting 50 plus. You can see areas like Seattle in the 40s, and then take a look at like Long Beach and Ocean Shores and Westport in 50 to 60 mile per hour range there, and some potential 50 plus mile per hour gusts across the northwest interior as well. So the wind forecast has been fluctuating a little bit with this storm, so we'll keep watching this over the next few days as well. Now, I just wanted to point out on the ensemble forecast here, looking at basically the average rain over the next, this goes all the way through nearly the end of the month. You can see good confidence here on the graph of 2 inches of rain total at SeaTac by the end of this weekend, and then you can see that chance of rain continues as we get up toward 4 to 5 inches by the end of the month. Out at Quileute on the North Washington coast, there you can see up to 4 inches by the end of this weekend, and that continues to an average of about 8 to 10 inches by the end of the month. So there's definitely going to be more storms over the next few weeks here. Taking a look at Bellingham, you can see somewhat similar to Seattle, about 3 to 4 inches by the end of the month here. And then Portland, you can see a similar thing there as well, about with a little bit higher than Seattle, actually, looking up towards 6 inches total by the end of the month, 3 inches by this weekend, as that mini atmospheric river sags south a little bit more over the Oregon, it's northern Oregon, really, and then pushes down towards southern Oregon. And then also wanted to mention this is total snow in 10 to 1 ratio, so likely a little bit inflated at Snoqualmie Pass through the next few weeks here. You can see by the end of this weekend, this is calling for an average of between 24 and 30 inches of snow at Snoqualmie Pass, with that continuing as we go toward Tuesday into Wednesday of the 25th to the 26th, so you're looking a couple weeks out there, and snow chances continue all the way out toward then, with a total of 4 to 6 feet of snow possible for most of the Cascades, including places like Snoqualmie Pass, by the end of March, so hopefully we'll be able to make up on our snowpack quite a bit. Now, this is what I wanted to mention here at the end of the video. We'll be watching it very closely the next few days. This is total cloud cover at 11 p.m. on Thursday. And you can see the European model here on the left shows pretty clear skies across parts of western Washington, mainly from Olympia all the way north toward Bellingham, which would bring decent viewing for the total lunar eclipse. However, the GFS model is a little bit less confident, showing some clearing potentially around Tacoma and Olympia, and maybe up toward Seattle and then up toward Bellingham, but not nearly as cloud-free as the Euro shows parts of western Washington. Eastern Washington does generally look to be a little bit better, but again, the GFS model not very confident on that versus the European model here on the left. So obviously we've got a lot of forecast watching to do here for the total lunar eclipse, so definitely stay tuned for more on that. And with all these storms coming up, be sure to stay tuned. I'll be doing more videos here over the next few days. Be sure to subscribe here to Western Washington Weather, and follow me on Blue Sky, on Twitter, and on the Western Washington Weather Facebook group. All the links to these are in the description. So thank you all very much for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.